So in Massachusetts, the Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority, the MBTA, they're going to try new urine sensors on their elevators in downtown. What? Downtown Boston. Now you might say, okay, is the elevator taking a whiz that we're unaware of? And we got to no, people are. So we're going to have a system that allows other people to know, somebody took a whiz on the elevator. Is this happening that much? Because if it is, I mean, that's kind of an issue, right? Yeah, we got more people taking a whiz on the public elevator. I mean, don't people know that that's not appropriate? You want to go into a restroom. Restrooms where you want to do that, not the elevator. But this has become so much of a problem. And this is not the first attempt. We're going to read about another attempt that happened a while ago with loud sounding alarms and just woo, 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 somebody's peeing on the elevator. What does this really prevent? Nothing. It just alerts you to, okay, yeah, somebody took a whiz in elevator number 4. You need to get a cleaning crew down there stat. Otherwise, this elevator's all jammed up and it's not going up and down because, somebody pissed in it. So is this a solution to you? That we have a notification from when a human being takes a whiz in an elevator that they're just not supposed to do? What about some big cameras videoing? Hey, you're on video. You're being videoed. We're going to send somebody after you for whizzing in our public elevator where lots of people want to use it. How about that? How about how about something that leads people to believe maybe I shouldn't do this? Maybe if I piss in this elevator, I'm going to get in trouble and there could be consequences. Nope, there's no consequences. In fact, I should urinate on this elevator because once I'm done, that little system up there that you as taxpayers paid for in Boston will alert the authorities that I have urinated in this one and they got to come clean it up. So, I mean, it's a win all the way around for everybody, right? I had to go. Sensors sense it. Somebody's got to come out and clean it. I mean, I am basically single-handedly, running the economy here just by bodily function. Kind of seems like this is what's going on, right? Wild. All right. Before we jump on in, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Sean Reynolds. I own a couple of real estate companies. Why wouldn't I read a story like this? I mean, ask yourself that. I mean, really, why wouldn't you want to hear this story? The agency is launching a pilot program this summer in which urine detection sensors will be placed in 4 downtown elevators. Somebody literally is sitting around a committee thinking, all right, somebody pissed in elevator 4 again. We got these 4 that, got the most focus on it. People are just using them as porta potties, even though they don't say porta. I don't understand. What are people doing? These people are crazy. These people are just, they're not in the right mind. They're disrespectful. If they're not crazy, they're just doing whatever they want. I got to take a whiz. I'm going to go on that elevator. I'm going to wait till the door closes. And I'm just going to let her rip. I mean, it's just so gross, right? We have restrooms for a reason. Go find one. Use that. How about that? Well, I guess it's bad enough where you're in trouble no more. Okay, here's the thing. This article indicates you're in trouble no more. These are only sensors that, indicate, all right, somebody did it on the elevator. So urine is now on the public. Now you got to clean it. So this is literally a post kind of problem instead of preventative. You're in trouble no more. The Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority hopes with a new program to tackle public urination in system elevators with technology. But it doesn't prevent it. It only allows you to know after the fact. Okay, it happened again. I want to see some prevention. The MBTA, which serves Boston and the surrounding areas, is launching a pilot program this summer in which urine detection sensors will be placed in 4 downtown elevators. The sensors alert transit ambassadors who can dispatch a cleaning crew, the Boston Herald reported. All right, so somebody's got the app on their phone, on their computer, on their iPad, whatever, and it alerts them, okay, yep, somebody just went. And so the sensors on the ceiling of the elevator have an attached fan, which allows them to suck in air and basically smell what is present. I notice that there is no sensor for taking a dookie on the elevator. Number 2, going poop on the elevator. That isn't mentioned anywhere here. Now, that is a far more noxious smell than urine. But apparently, people don't do that. They just go number 1 on the elevator. So what's up with that? I need a committee to investigate why all the number 1s and not as many number 2s, if any. I'm sure the number 2s have happened, but we're not, in this article, we're not accounting for that. So I'm feeling like inclusivity isn't really happening here. We need to reimagine and we need to rethink our human bathroom approach in the elevators in Boston. I mean, we need a committee. We need a January 6th committee on this bad boy. We need to get to the bottom of this. What is going on with people doing stuff in elevators? Yeah. It's happening all over. And it's just a bunch of crazy people who can't figure out reality from whatever it is that they're dealing with. And they're just like, okay, or they're homeless, whatever, got to take a whatever. You just do it on the public elevator, because why wouldn't you? The sensors in the ceiling of the elevator have an attached fan, which allows them to suck in air and basically smell what is present, said Meghan Collins, a program projects manager for the MBTA. The pilot kicks off in August. Oh, that's good, because it's really hot then, although you got AC indoors. Data will be collected for several months before the agency makes a decision about whether to implement the program by year's end, the newspaper said. So now you know when somebody has urinated in said elevator. Now you know. Okay, and you need a really expensive piece of equipment to know. And this happens this often that you need a sensor to send in a cleaning crew. It's not a new concept, though. All right. Well, tell us about this. So why are we testing it out again then? Different results? Same situation? You expecting different results? Isn't that the textbook theory of crazy? I think so. But we're going to talk about it anyway. Nearly a decade ago, the Metropolitan Atlanta Rapid Transit Authority, the MARTA, launched a pilot program that, according to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, triggered strobe lights, alarms, and alerts to the MARTA police when urine was detected in an elevator. It almost sounds like it started a party. You got strobe lights, you got alarms, you got alerts. That's a lot going on. So you take a whiz in the elevator and all of a sudden, woo, 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 woo. Yeah, there's a urine alert in elevator number 3. Get somebody over there. Can't have urine in that elevator. The elevators were then inoperable until a cleaning. What's wrong with that one? Alarm went off. Somebody took a whiz in it. As you do, right? The elevators were then inoperable until a cleaning. That program, deemed a success, was eventually expanded. Okay. There's no chance of trying to prevent people from taking a whiz in the elevators in the first place. How about big signs that say no public urination on elevator? Please use a restroom. What about that? I don't know. Is there anything else that we're exploring here? I mean, heavy sanctions if you do take a whiz on the... Maybe we need to find out who's doing this. Do we know who's doing this? I mean, we probably have a pretty good idea, right? Some homeless people, some crazy people, combination of the two, people who don't give a crap, people who should be in jail. Because for the rest of us, what did I step in? Oh, yeah. I mean, it makes you kind of go, I don't really want to go in public spaces anymore, right? What's that sensor up there for in the elevator? Yeah, it's not to video what we're doing. It's to let us know when something, human bodily function is taking place on said public space. Just gross, isn't it? Just gross that this is what we need to deal with. This is what we need to deal with. Could you imagine, like 40 years ago, whatever year that is, they had elevators then, didn't they? I mean, I have no idea. Just basically spitballing here. Imagine an earlier time where you said, oh yeah, we've got, You know, I'm thinking like Eisenhower or something, you know, and you're explaining to somebody from that era what that sensor in the elevator is for. That's for when people come and take a piss in the middle of the elevator. I feel like that person would look at you and go, what? What? Urinate on the elevator? Yeah, they do it all the time. Why? Well, I mean, you know, they're crazy or they don't care or they just have no respect for authority and, you know, they got to go. So they just go. You can imagine having that conversation, right? Yeah, I can. Man, it wouldn't go well because it's just not reasonable. Taking a whiz on an elevator, not reasonable. Got all these little things that are kind of creeping up and you look around and go, okay, why are we doing that? How are we letting this thing go that far? And then there's some cities where you don't need sensors on the elevator for public urination. Interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. It's wild. So that's all we got. The end of this article says, be civil, be kind. Yeah, and I get that. And that's kind of towards their community guidelines of, you know, all the comments that we're going to make. But some people are like, okay, that's a huge waste of taxpayers' money. That's the boat I'm kind of in. What about some preventative measure? What about getting crazy people off the streets, giving them the help that they need? Yeah, how about going down that road a little bit more? I talk about, you know, trying to avoid the human fecal matter on the sidewalk. That's a thing, but only in some cities. Trying to avoid the elevator that's had a urination incident on it, that an alarm went off that we're paying for that allows us to know after that event has been done. What about a little preventative? What about that? No, we don't want to do that. I mean, we love our fellow human beings so much that we're going to install multi-$1,000 system that lets us know, yep, we know you took a whiz, but we're not going to do anything about it. We're going to clean it up. Johnny on the spot, pronto. That's kind of literally what this program does. So calling this something to help alleviate the urine problem on the elevator, urine trouble no more? I don't really think so. This is just a complete waste of taxpayers' money. That's what it is to me. Because you should have somebody that's, you know, checking out the elevators every now and then anyway. And if you got somebody that's taking a whiz on it, would definitely be room for cleaning. But I don't think you need a detection system for this, right? Because that detection system is going to need maintenance. You know, is it operable? Does somebody have to come out and fix it? I mean, it just sounds like a train wreck, right? How about figuring out some ways so you don't have people pissing on the elevators? That's the road I would go down. But it's probably not a very popular way. You know, it's not a popular thing to do right now because it would actually require taking some action against people that are doing crazy stuff in public settings that they shouldn't be. But we seem to just let that go and it's okay. I'm sure you'll work it out. It's fine. Until it's not, until somebody gets thrown down a stairwell, until somebody gets stabbed. Enough elevators get whizzes taken in it. It's just wild that this is going on, that this is actually a thing, a urine detection system. Yeah. Hopefully this is not coming to a town near you in the immediate future. Yeah, no thanks. Pass. Yeah, I'm going to not go take an elevator right now. Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting. We'll catch up soon. Talk then. Bye for now.